Good afternoon, everyone. EagleX from ATX EagleX Gaming here today, and I have our market watch for June 10th. If you guys enjoy this content, I really would appreciate if you could like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys haven't read the description or joined yet, I do have a Discord made for this YouTube channel. When you join, you'll see these rules and guidelines. Make sure you agree with them, and then you will be given the Tamer or Digi-Tamer role, so you can look at the rest of the channel, join our community, have conversations with what we're doing at deck building and all the fun stuff. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the market watch. As always, I like starting with sealed product. Sealed product's a good indicator of where singles are, if they're going up or down, so forth. So, if we look here at the bottom, we see that Next Adventure Boosters BT7 is actually right on par with almost EX1. And there's a lot better pulls in this set as a whole compared to Classic. Like, if we just do a quick skim of Next Adventure, we have Susanos, we have Chaos Modes, we have good alt arts on top of that, like Dorumon. And then, like, on average, the alts are pretty good when you get the higher-end ones. Not to mention, you have some decent box toppers that still see play. So, it's honestly not that bad of a set to buy if you're looking to buy products to rip open this week. So, Next Adventure would definitely be something I would look at picking up. Next, TP5. These cards are actually on TCG Play right now. Now, something that is notable about these is very similar to TP1. These are exclusive to TP5 packs at the moment, which means if you want to build a deck using any of these cards, you do have to get these for the most part, especially the hero. He's like the most playable one. And then Gamamon is good for the Gamamon deck as well. So if your locals have these packs, make sure you go so you can get these. The prices will go down a little bit in the short run, but in the long run, if these cards are very playable, they will go up due to their unique way of being distributed. And we remember how TP1 did us for Diaboromon until they reprinted him. Like, he was like $80 before he got like 2 different reprints, and I think he's getting a third now. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop over to our next thing. Rust Tyrannomons. If you guys know, why is this dinosaur $10? Like, he's not really playable right now. I'd love to hear you guys in the comments below. If you guys have an idea for why this card's going up besides the fact it's old, love to hear it, and I'll raffle a pack away to whoever makes a comment regarding Rust Tyrannomon. Moving on to our next thing. If you guys haven't seen, Lucemon Chaos Mode is actually a $40 card now. From Ying's list with Mastemon that use Chaos Mode, and just any Maste list in general, you'll see the Chaos Mode is played as a 2 of on average, sometimes 3 in some builds, and his demand is starting to go up, and therefore his price will reflect that as well. So just something to be aware of if you're not playing the deck. Good time to dump them. And if you haven't seen Yellow World, Holy Flame is a card from the Yellow Starter deck that has actually been going up. It's close to $2 now. And this card is really good if it's checked in security, as it's a blanket effect that could save you. If you guys don't have these, it's another thing to be looking out for. It's a really good like 2 to 3 of in yellow decks when it is played. And then its main effect isn't bad either to give a Digimon -3 checks. So if there's a Susano on board, you could effectively turn it off for a turn. And I had a quick break there. The cat decided she wanted to talk a little bit about Market Watch also. Hop in the Discord, there's actually a picture of her just rubbing up on the mic. Anyways, so other cards I want to talk about though. Bielstarmon is a card that's actually going up a lot. This is a card I'm very heavy in investing in right now, both the alt arts and regular arts. The alt arts, it was like $60 for a bit, but it's just seen a really big spike lately. There's 5 listings left, which means this card is very susceptible to going up to $100 sooner than later. All you have to do is buy 3 copies, and it's a $100 alt art. On top of that, it's from BT6, like a very desirable set. So if you're looking at playing Bielstar, be aware of the price. You may see it spike higher, but now's a good time to cash out and get some money if you have them lying around. But the regular arts are cards I'm very confident in for investments will go up. So if you're looking at something to just kind of hold on to for stonks, this is my selection. And while we talk about Bielstar, there are 7 cost options that I want to talk about as well. The Kikaitis Breath is probably the biggest one. This card will see play in Bielstar, as it's a way to bypass some immunity effects. It's the answer for some large OTK decks. So you will see this card be played. Howling Crusher is plays like a one of in those decks. But a card I really want to talk about is Nailbone right here. If you guys do not have your Nailbones, make sure you get them. This card is exclusive to the starter deck with no reprints in any near future. So if you want to play BL Star, this card is necessary as it's one of your best late game options. So definitely keep an eye out. And if you don't want to play BL Star, something to think about is how to counter BL Star. Avenge Kid is a card I am very confident as well you will see in lists being played as a 1-2 of just to counter the 3M matchup, as it will become super relevant. So if you don't have your max rarity one, not a bad time to scoop them up, but I do see it going up in the future. And just in general, though, like, it's effect to put all options and musketeers into the deck. It's the only way we really have in the game to extend the longevity of your deck. Next, let's talk about some upcoming stuff. In 2 weeks, we have EX2. In EX2, there's like 3 decks I really want to pay attention to. The main one being the Gallantmon decks. And I have 2 lists pulled up here just to kind of showcase what some different builds do. But if you haven't noticed, you have your Rise Greymon as a 4 of in both of these lists. He is super good to get your tamers out, especially the Takato tamer. And is I have... Oh, right here. I have your Rise Greymons. If you don't have them, pick them up. They're going to be used. On top of that, it's just a good card for the longevity of the game. But if you want to play the Gallantmon deck, Gallantmon Starter is a really good starting point because you get your Guilmons, you get your Lightning Joust. You'll see Lightning Joust, you get your Guilmons, you get your Red Memory Boost, Gaia Forces, and you actually get this Agumon also. And I think the Growlmon, this Growlmon also. So you get lots of cards that are very playable as well for this deck. And outside the deck, the Dash Pack Guilmon is something to be aware of. Japan didn't have it in their format, so this card could be seeing more play than you'll see on Digimon Meta for that reason. He came out like during their BT8, or not 8, but like the start of their BT9, I believe. Regardless, card definitely to look out for, because with the new egg, he actually does draw an extra card. If you have Guilmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon name, draw a card. So if you attack with the rookie, it's a draw 2. Then Gallantmons, beware the boss monsters. If you want to use the old one, get him sooner than later, as his price will go up when the hype comes out. And I already talked about Rise Grace. Let's go ahead and move on to our next deck. We got our Beelzemon deck. The Beelzemon Secret is the boss monster of this deck. And he is like the biggest investable card from old sets besides Max Rarity Imps. The Max Rarity Imps, right now, they're all fair prices. But I think the best one to get is definitely the Alt-Art from Double Diamond, as that is a very desirable set, and this card will have longevity as long as 3 Musketeers or Demon Lords are being put into the game. 7 great Demon Lords. That is. And then Beelzemon himself. This card will be going up more, guys. It's an old secret from 1.0. If you compare Magnet Angemons, which were SRs, those spiked to being $50, so a secret from that set has a chance to go up a lot more. And then moving on, this is a deck, it's not like super high tier, but it's something I at least want to mention. Sakuyamon has a very useful when Digivolving effect to unsuspend 1 Digimon for each tamer in play. And then there's the option part for its plugins. But with Lord Knight, if you attack with Lord Knight, summon a Knightmon, you have a target for Sakuya, you can restand that Lord Knight for effectively 3 memory. So it's like your Lightning Joust gimmick, but a little easier to pull off, I'd feel. So Lord Knights are something I want to point out. And if you guys haven't seen the finalists, stamped ones, they're bought out. Just something to talk about, but realistically it won't settle at that price. And then next, I just want to talk about BT9 as a whole. On Digimon Meta, they consider X Antibody and Grandis Quaquan as the strong Tier 1 decks, with BL Star, Metal Gururu, X Antibody, and then Yellow Hybrid being like the follow-ups, security control for yellow hybrid technically. Grand Guagmons, if you haven't looked at them, they're like $6 right now when you take into account shipping. It's roughly, $6. And then if you want to play the Guru X Antibody, your max rarity Gabus actually spiked recently. These were like $30. Now they're in the $50 range. Similar with the Garurumon. But I also want to mention, the promo card is something to look out for. This has one art printing. It's only been printed once. And this card only has 10 listings left, which means it's not long until this spikes up. And it looks like it will go up to like $20 very soon, as it's $10 at the moment. The Wereguru doesn't have any reprints besides like the finalist packs that are going around in regionals right now. But they're very, very few. So $10 is going to be your expected entry point at the moment. Get these sooner than later. Then one last card to talk about. War Greymon from BT1. We were supposed to get a reprint in the starter deck 11. We aren't getting that. His price has shown that he is scarce and he will be played. So just be mindful of this card for the War Greymon deck that you might want to play. If you guys enjoy this Market Watch, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to enter that raffle. With that being said, take care. Have a nice day, y'all.